Hello guys, this is Poké. We're back with another video, and today I've got a pretty special Hammerman fleet for you guys today. As you guys know, I make brand new bases every week for different designs, and today we've got the Pokemon Ball base, so Pokeball base, and let's see how this will actually match up. So I've actually tried to make the colours a little bit different, so the white is on the bottom and the red is on the top. So obviously this is not designed for actually taking down Hammerman, this is just for looks, but we'll see how it does originally, and then we can basically mess things about and see how basically far we can get with Hammerman. So obviously here we go, we're going to be trying to boost it up onto ×4 for you guys, because it's going to be a guaranteed takedown anyway. I did pre-record this yesterday, so I'm not very particularly sure how long this will take, and I'm not very sure when I start speeding up and slowing things down. So here we go. If you look here down the left hand side, the troops are getting caught on basically the objects down the left that we did not use to build the base. So we might have to move some of them later on in the video just to make sure that they don't get distracted too often. But here we go, that's stage 1 down, pretty easy. Basically stage 1 is designed for lower level players. When you first get into the game and you first unlock the Hammerman fleet, you should be at least be able to take down stage 1. Now I usually get caught up in about stage 6 or 7, depending on what base I use. I have not done a proper base in a very long time. If you look back at my Hammerman videos, I've made like gun bases, snake bases, jellyfish bases, smiley face bases, cube bases, runway bases. I'm not very sure. I've made a lot, and they're really fun to make. So this one was quite a good one to make. This was the Pokeball base, and it does look like a Pokeball. I've tried to make the red colours at the top and the white at the bottom, but it is pretty hard because there is no white defences, but there is red. So that's how that works. Obviously the flamethrowers at the back are just not used at all. This is not designed for taking down Hammerman, this is just for looks. So at some points this does start lagging, and it is quite annoying, but here we go. This should be blasting down these tanks pretty soon. I don't know why I'm not putting it on ×4 at this point, but obviously I must have been thinking about something. So yeah, basically we need to wait for the boom cannons to take down these particular tanks, because they are the really big tank destroyers. Fun fact, guys, if you guys are pretty new to the game, you will not know this, but see when the game was originally out, when it was very first out, cannons and boom cannons did double damage to tanks, guys, and that was before the Scorchers were in, so the Scorchers were not made yet, and that was crazy. I remember thinking, oh, the tanks are so good, but you used to be really scared of boom cannons and cannons because they would absolutely destroy you. It's so weird thinking about that now. There's a lot of different changes that have happened to this game ever since it came out. I'll try and remember a few for you guys if you guys are just interested. Basically there was no critters, if you guys remember that. There was no critters, no critter gunboat ability. That was the newest. They've only had one addition to the gunboat abilities, and that was just the critters. Try to think of anything else that was added. The grenadiers were not originally added to the game. They were never in the game. They would actually think maybe the first troop they ever brought was the grenadiers. Either that or the Scorchers. I think it was the grenadiers first though. Yeah, the grenadiers, and yeah, I remember they were so bad to start off with. They're okay now, they're still pretty bad, but they used to miss a lot. They used to be not as far range as they can now. The range of these guys when they first came out, they were almost the same as Zuka, which was really bad at the time, but now they can actually attack defenses a lot further away. At this point my gameplay is kind of slowing down a wee bit. I'm not very sure about you guys. Hopefully it's not lagging for you. It should be pretty smooth. Here we go, the grenadiers is down, so that was a little bit of time consumed there, or down the left hand side. So we're just going to go straight into another one. I never boost up in this gameplay, guys. I never use any of my blue statues, just because we're not actually going for the win. We're just going to see how far we can possibly get with this. I do start changing things up eventually, and if you guys are wondering why I put that nice little mine there, it's just because it did not fit in the design, so I thought I would just may as well plant it down anyway. So as you'll see here that the Zukas are coming. I think this is the time we fail. I'm not even joking, you guys. I think this is when we fail, or we are pretty close in failing. No, this is the one we do not fail. The boom cannons hold off really, really well in terms of them heavies, and then the rockets just start clearing up, guys. The rockets start clearing up, and then the grenadiers have no chance, and then obviously it's just some grenadiers down the left hand side, and I would just need to wait for the grenadiers to be destroyed by the rockets. And come on, it's a little bit laggy here for my screen, but it should be fine. Yes, we managed to win. Now let's go on to the next battle, stage 5. This is probably the one we fail. Stage 5 is usually either really hard or really easy. I've had times where stage 5 is actually easier harder than stage 6, because it's all dependent on what troops come out first, guys. This is the key. Some people think that the higher the stage the harder it is. No, it depends on what troops they're laid and what troops are actually coming. I've had all 7 stages of Hammerman. I've had times where it's so easy you rip through every stage, and then I've had times where you get stuck on stage 5. The best combo that you can possibly get are heavies in the front, riflemen. Nah, maybe not. Maybe not riflemen. Heavies, Zukas, grenadiers, and medics. They are just the ultimate strategy. They'll burn through everything, guys. If you have anything to do with grenadiers, you're going to have to basically split your defenses up and make sure, because grenadiers take huge advantage if your defenses are basically clumped together, because they do splash damage, so they can really take advantage of that. Here we have some Zukas and grenadiers coming up. Now, if the rockets and the shocks were a little bit closer, we could take advantage of this, and we could basically kill these guys really, really fast. Because you want to kill them as fast as possible. Then we obviously got the grenadiers here again. If the rockets were further up, we would have easily taken down some of them grenadiers before the tanks come in first. Now the tanks are in first, the tanks are going to have to slowly come up, and all the riflemen coming in just to distract for the boom cannons right at the very end. Just as the boom cannons are about to hit them tanks, riflemen come up, and you'll see here we get the frame rate is going to drop here, but we get absolutely slaughtered. Look at this half speed, the amount of troops that are coming towards us here. I think it's game over. The grenadiers start chucking some grenades to scare the people inside the base, and there we go, the riflemen flood in, and that is game over for that particular base. Now, we do try and defeat this, but I'm not very sure actually. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to ruin it, because I can't particularly remember if we actually take this down or not myself. So we do start changing things about slightly, because there's no way we're going to win here. So I move some of the rockets forward because they need to be more forward. If they're not more forward, it's just game over, because we need to take down the Zukas and the grenadiers before the tanks come in. So I move some flamethrowers to the front as well. Probably unnecessary. We still need them sniper towers there. I could probably have did with moving them a little bit further. I actually start placing some of these defenses forward to distract even more, but to be honest, they're so far forward it actually doesn't even matter. They're so far forward. I clump them into a little line so that it filters all of the troops into like a funnel, so the rockets and splash damage defenses take advantage of that. Yeah, that used to be a good strategy I used to use. I used to make it so I direct the troops where I want them to go. Makes it so much easier. But basically, anyway, nowadays, if you want to defeat Hammerman, just place everything on the beach. You want to kill the troops as fast as you can before the next wave comes. Basically, that's how you basically want to play the game. And yeah, we're going to basically do this anyway. So I'm spreading the troops out, but I remember having to change it again, guys. So this probably will be a fail, or maybe not. We'll find out. We'll find out, guys, when I eventually stop fiddling about with the base. Yeah, guys. So me and Cosmic Duo did a podcast, and you guys seem to enjoy that. We're going to be doing more of these types of podcasts as well. You guys just need to let me know what kind of topics we've got. We've got a few ideas circulating about what to talk about. It's just good to let our sort of just basically relax and just talk about the game in general and our own personal opinions on certain topics of the game. And I hope you guys do enjoy it. It's quite fun to make, and we're definitely going to be making more in the future. So yeah, we're going to be doing more podcasts as well. So as you guys will see here, this is not going particularly well at the moment. We're sort of losing pretty badly, and this isn't looking particularly well. In fact, it actually seems like it was exactly the same. It didn't do anything. So we do have to basically try one more time to see if this actually does anything. Right, let's see here. I can't remember what I do. I think I moved the shocks, the rockets into different places as well. And I noticed that the tanks came down the right hand side, so we need the boom cannons all on the right. All it is riflemen and stuff there on the left, so the boom cannon's almost useless there. I moved some more of the sniper towers to the left just to take advantage of that. To be honest, it's pretty fast. I mean, look, the Pokeball base is almost useless. If you wanted to try and win, you could. Let's be perfectly honest with you. You could just place all your mines in the perfect position. It was just a little bit of a laugh. I didn't want to take too much time. I wanted to see if we could at least get past this stage, but I don't think we do personally. As you'll see here, we needed boom cannons at the front. We needed boom cannons right at the front because the tanks just steamroll everything. We need them out so that we can get to the grenadiers, because the grenadiers hide behind the tanks and they slaughter everything. So that is pretty much it, to be perfectly honest with you. We got destroyed there. We got absolutely annihilated. And yes, that was game over. So this is the last attempt I actually do at it. So let's see here. So I put the boom cannons at the front because we know we need to take down them tanks first. 100% need to take down them tanks first. You guys can learn from little experiences like this as well, how to basically move your defenses around and how to learn from your mistakes in Hammerman. I usually almost all the time win against Hammerman. This is probably the only time I didn't. I just couldn't be bothered. I could have actually probably switched onto one of my other bases and defeated it. I actually made a spider base once, guys, and fiddled about with it a little, and we actually managed to win all 7 stages with that base. It's actually a pretty good base as well. So I just placed some mines at the front, boom mines of course, because we need to stop them tanks. As long as the grenadiers don't come out first, we're fine. To be perfectly honest with you, it doesn't really particularly matter. We've still got cannons, and it's just not a good base. I mean, we still had cannons and mortars at the back there that didn't particularly do anything. As you see here, we may as well have just laid them at the front to at least do something. There isn't a Scorcher in this, but that's that done pretty well there. The boom mines did a little bit of damage. As you'll see, the boom cannons are doing nice damage, but the tanks are still there. And as you'll see here, the riflemen just are in numbers, huge numbers. It did go a little bit better than last time, because if you notice here, there isn't as much troops, but we still lose the game. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more Boom Beach videos. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.